So far, even though they just came out, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet have been my favorite games to be shiny hunting in so far, and that's all thanks to the shiny sandwich method. In today's video, I'm going to go over this method, give a couple of tips and tricks, as well as the recipes that you're going to need to get those shiny Pokemon. These recipes include all of the different types of Herba Mystica and not just the salty Herba Mystica. So if that's the part of the video that you're interested in, the timestamp will be below so you can get back to your shiny hunting ASAP. For everyone still here, let's get to it. So first off, what are sandwiches and what is this method? So each generation of Pokemon has a gimmick, and sandwiches are this generation's gimmick. I personally thought this would be boring at first, but this has a certain charm to it. And regardless of whether you like the sandwich making or not, you can't deny that the boosts that these sandwiches give you are incredible. How do you get the incredible boosts? Herba Mystica. After you've beaten the game and seen credits, you have a chance at getting Herba Mystica in 5 and 6 star raids. Certain Pokemon have a chance at dropping a certain type of Herba Mystica, which I will put here, as well put the link to the website in the description below for credit, as well as a quick and easy resource for you to go back to. This isn't as important anymore since the recipes I'm going to give you can use any type of Herba Mystica, but some people might still want it, so here it is. So now we have our Herba Mystica and it's time to make some sandwiches. These sandwiches are going to give you Sparkling Power Level 3, Tidal Power Level 3, and Encounter Power Level 3. This Sparkling Power Level 3 gives you a 1 in 1,024 chance of getting a shiny. And the Encounter Power, I mean, so many Pokemon spawn with this, so you are so likely to get a shiny. The Tidal Power Level 3, aka Marks, is a really nice touch, and the first shiny I got had a mark on it, so yay. If these 1 in 1,024 odds aren't good enough for you, there is a couple of ways you can increase this as well. The first is the Outbreak method. That KOing 30 Pokemon, KOing 60 Pokemon in the outbreaks is a way to be increasing your shiny odds, and these do stack. As well, the shiny charm does affect all of the odds, so for your best chance, you do the Outbreak method, you make yourself a sandwich, and you have a shiny charm in your back pocket. In my opinion, those require a lot of work, and I'm okay with the 1 in 1,024, especially since my hunts have been successful so far. There are a couple of key things that you really should be doing before we get into the sandwich making though. First off, you want to make sure that the Pokemon you have in your party are optimized to be catching a wild Pokemon. I'm talking about a False Swipe user and something with a T-Wave or something to put the shiny Pokemon to sleep. The reason this is because you get a 30-minute window of catching shiny Pokemon with having these boosts that the sandwiches apply. So why not try and see if you can get a second shiny Pokemon? I know people who have gotten 2 shinies in a 30-minute span, and I'm sure there's someone out there who's gotten 3 or 4. So you want to make sure that you can catch this shiny Pokemon that you find as fast as possible, so you have a chance to double up and maybe get a second shiny. As well, you want to make sure that before you make the sandwich, you save your game. The reason is if you reset and save the game after the sandwich boost is applied, if you restart the game, you lose the rest of that boost. And considering you do have the chance to fail the shiny, you have a chance of not finding anything in the 30-minute span, you want to make sure that you have your game saved before you make the sandwich. And while we're on the topic of saving, you want to make sure that you have autosave turned off. Not even just for this method, but even just for your regular playthroughs. The last thing you want to do is save before a certain moment just to have your game autosave and overwrite that. That's not going to be fun for your shiny hunting. As well, even in your regular playthroughs, you don't want to find a full odd shiny, save, fail the shiny, and then your game autosaves for you. That's not a good time. Just turn it off. It is so much better for you and everyone else. Now, I hope you're ready to make some sandwiches, and welcome back to anyone who skipped to this part of the video. I want to reiterate, please save your game before making the sandwich. Not only in case you fail the shiny, but in case you mess up the sandwich. Whether you read the ingredients wrong, whether things fall off of your sandwich, whether you are the worst sandwich maker in existence, You want to make sure that you're not wasting the herbs on a sandwich that accidentally increased the bug sparkling power as opposed to fairy. Previously, it was thought that you had to have the salty Herba Mystica in order to be able to use the shiny hunting method. But thanks to Distortion_Vivo, we now have a recipe list that allows you to use any of the types of Herba Mystica and be able to still get that sparkling power, title power, and encounter power. Now, time to break down this recipe a little bit. Over on the left-hand side is going to be all of the types and the corresponding ingredient to make sure that you get to boost the odds for that type. You have to use 2 of these ingredients listed to make sure that you're getting the right recipe coming out of your sandwich making. Then over on the right-hand side is the Herba Mysticas and the rest of the ingredients. You can use any variation of these, but you have to make sure they're all different. You can't have 2 lettuce and 2 red peppers or 2 tofu, 2 onions. You need to make sure they're all different. And this goes for the Herba Mystica as well. Or else this is going to start to conflict with the type ingredients you already put on, and you're not going to get the proper recipe coming out. Furthermore, it does state at the top, though, in theory, everything here should work correctly, that not every single combination has been tested. I tried about 7 different combinations, and all of them worked, minus the one where all the stuff fell off the sandwich. So I feel really, really good about this, but it is still a make sure, just save your game in case anything goes wrong. With your sandwich done, it's time to get to shiny hunting. You now have 30 minutes where all the boosts are active to try and get this shiny, and you can check how much time is remaining by pressing right on the D-pad. A couple of things to make this process a little easier and smoother for you. You want to try and make sure that you're hunting in an area that the type that you're looking for, your target is the only Pokemon of that type. So if you're looking for a fire type, make sure that your target is the only fire type around, because the encounter power will increase spawns of all fire types in the area, and you don't want to accidentally get the wrong shiny. As well, if you get to the end of the 30-minute window and you haven't gotten a shiny, this is why you saved your game. Restart it. You get to keep all of your stuff, and you can just make another sandwich and you can try again. I have had to do this, and I got the shiny the second time. It's fine. Finally, if you're sticking to one little area, it might be better for you to do picnic resets. What this is you simply hop into a picnic and all of the spawns around you disappear. Then you hop out of the picnic and fresh ones appear. This could be a really fast and easy way to refresh all the spawns around you, and that's a lot faster than going and KOing the Pokemon, even with the auto battler. If you're hunting in area 0 and you're running around, you don't really need to do this. But if you're hunting in a secluded spot or just find that this is easier and better for you, go for it. And now you're on your way to hopefully getting a lot of shiny Pokemon. This method is a lot of fun, and I'm really excited with these new recipes coming out to go and shiny hunt more. I have a stockpile of Herba Mysticas that are not salty Herba Mysticas, and I haven't been able to use them because I didn't know the recipe. So I hope that this helps you out as well. Let me know in the comments what you're searching for, what you're able to catch. I would love to hear about it. As well, if this guide helped you out in any way, or if you liked the video, a thumbs up is always appreciated. If you didn't like it, feedback's always appreciated. I've really enjoyed doing content for Pokemon Scarlet Violet so far, and I'd like to do more. It's time for me to go catch some shinies though, so I'm gonna leave you here. Happy hunting, everyone. I'll see you next time.